Hey guys, it's Kelly, and today I am very excited to bring you a 2021 Toyota Land Cruiser. Obviously, we are in a garage because it is a monsoon, pouring rain outside, and it is, let me just say, it is so difficult to be a car reviewer with Midwest weather because it is hot and cold. There wasn't supposed to be rain at this time, and what do you know? There's rain in like 40-degree weather. So that's why we are in here. But nonetheless, we're making it work, and I'm really excited to check out this car. So the 2021 Land Cruiser, it is actually the last year they are making it. So we got this puppy traded in at one of our dealerships. It's a 2021 with only 3,000 miles on it. They are hard to find. They are not going to be making them anymore, and they are expensive. MSRP is around $86,000. We actually have this one listed for $88,000 because the supply and the demand, you can charge a little bit more than what the MSRP is. If this is your first time joining me, hi, I'm Kelly, and I am the Car Mom. I review cars for moms and families. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be doing a tour a week along with a lot of other fun car-related videos. Give this video a thumbs up because I'm making it work in the rain, and leave a comment below about which car I should tour next. All right, let's get started. So the Toyota Land Cruiser is known for its reliability and its durability. If you want to see this car go over a mountain and climb through a hill and go through a river, you are going to have to find a different video because I already know it can do all of that, but what I don't know is how well it can fit a car seat. So that is what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to review this from a mom's perspective and how it would work for the functionality of all mom things. If you want to see some of the off-roading capabilities, you're going to have to find yourself a different video. Okay, let's talk about the exterior. They haven't done much to it. The Toyota Land Cruiser has looked the same basically throughout the years, which is one of the reasons why it holds its value so well. They just don't do a lot of updates to it. From a personal aesthetic standpoint, it's not my favorite exterior. I wish it looked a little bit more updated. I think it looks like a 2013 at 2021. Just my personal opinion. While I think the grille and the headlights are probably the most outdated portion of the car, I do really love the hood lines. It's such a deep indentation. It's very muscular, and I think that really gives it a good look. Moving along to the side profile, you know, it's very LX570 vibes. Obviously, Toyota owns Lexus, so of course we're seeing some similarities. I think from the side they almost look like twins. I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference. I'm going to be honest. You know, very similar. We've got the black roof rails up here, some black running boards, and then a little bit of chrome elements mixed in, a belt line that goes all the way down. Really, it's nothing crazy. It looks pretty basic. Okay, there's something so nostalgic about the back end. Like Taylor Swift says, this thing comes back stronger than a 90s trend. It is totally taking me back. And while it's a little bit, I don't want to say it's outdated. While they haven't updated in a while, it really is pretty timeless. I mean, this back end it's iconic. Like, I feel like we've all seen this car driving down the road. I just want to point out this tailgate because I love how big it is actually. Like, I could comfortably sit on it, which I think is kind of a fun thing that I guess I didn't realize that newer cars weren't doing this anymore. Here I am in the 2021 Toyota Land Cruiser in the driver's seat. Playing around with everything in here, it's very similar to the LX570. I did a tour about that a couple of months ago. I kind of roasted it for a lot of reasons. I do think this car is very expensive. Now, I understand that you're getting a lot of off-roading and some performance, and I understand the reliability is great on it. I'm here to talk about it from my eyes, through my perspective, what's important to me as a 2 under 2 mom. Could be different for you. Anyway, moving on. From the driver's seat, my comfort level is pretty good. The seats are nice and comfortable. You know, it's very simple and basic up here. There's no digital display. This is the most small thing, but I hate it. This wooden part of the steering wheel right here, this part's not heated. So this part's heated, but like, am I just a loser who drives like this? Like, I want this part heated. I just think that's kind of interesting. But we've got some good steering wheel controls here. Moving into the infotainment system, it's very basic because it's very basic. I mean, it's easy to understand. This is a touchscreen with some quick buttons as well. Is it my favorite display? No. Is it the most up-to-date in technology? No. I think these buttons are so huge and so obnoxious. I mean, the volume button is bigger than the four-wheel drive option, so that's always fun. This kills me. This is the wireless charger. I'm over this. I want to be able to see my phone while it's wireless charging. I would forget my phone in here 100%. 100%. I've driven this car for like about an hour or two. There's no place to put my phone. There's no place to put a lip gloss, no place to put, I've got 2 cup holders and then that's it. I need a change collector. I need a cubby. I need a side cubby. I need something else in this car for ultimate functionality. I'm gonna be honest with you there. The side cubbies are very deep. They can fit like a blender bottle. So I'm good with the size of the side cubbies. Let's talk about the center console. You know, it's actually pretty compact. Here is my iPhone 11 for reference. When we have this cool box, and it's a cool box, when we have this cool box element right here, it really seems to take up a lot of room. I would prefer to have a bigger center console in my opinion. I would love this cool box to be the glove box because to me, that would make more sense. I hate that they take up my valuable real estate here. We've got a sunroof. Oh, why didn't we have that the whole time? That's so much better. We've got the sunroof right there. I will say one thing in this car, I'm gonna knock it on this. The visibility in this car sucks. I have all the headrests up, granted, but if I'm gonna be hauling my family and a lot of passengers, I might need all of these headrests. I can't see a thing. I cannot see a flapping thing out there. And then I also, like, I'm almost noticing like I kind of have a little bit of a blind spot in that third row. These headrests are very big. I can't really, I'm having a lot of blind spots. So that's not my favorite part from a safety standpoint. But nonetheless, as far as like the bells and whistles on this car is concerned, it does come loaded with a lot of safety features. It's got the lane keep assist. It has a backup camera as well as a surround view camera. You know, shifter takes up a lot of room. We have this emergency brake, which all of this stuff is what makes the Land Cruiser what it is. But like, I need more room. There's nowhere to put anything. The cup holders are actually a pretty decent size. We got this blender bottle for reference. So as you can see, they're almost like too big. It's kind of flailing around a little bit, but that's a-okay. As far as the drive's concerned, we can take it for a spin in a second. It's very truck-like. Some people absolutely love that. It's not my favorite driving style. I like sitting up higher. I like that this bigger SUV offers me that. I do feel like very much like I own the road. I love that I can see my beautiful hood, but it's very trucky. There's not a ton of acceleration. It's a V8 engine, so you have a lot of power. You just have to work a little bit harder to access all of that power. So not my favorite drive personally. All right, so here's a shot of me in the second row. So there's gonna be a lot to talk about, especially as we get my car seats in. But just to give you an idea of my spacing, I have this seat set for, you know, a pretty big sized adult. I was comfortable up here. So I still have great knee clearance. I will say the floorboard is pretty raised compared to other vehicles. That's kind of the Land Cruiser's thing. So I do kind of have like a little bit of a knees to my chest. As you can see, like my knees are nowhere near the base of the car. So that's just kind of an interesting fact. The seats are very comfortable, actually. They're not too firm. They're very plush. And I actually really like them. We do have a bench across here, and then we've got 3 seats in the back as well. So this is actually an 8-passenger car. Okay, moving on to some of my backseat amenities. I do have some side cubbies down here. They're fair size. They're nothing crazy. I have ceiling vents, which is awesome. I've got lights. No exposed cup holders. The cup holders are, where are the cup holders? Here they are. Oh, I hate these. I hate these. That is a joke. Like, just put them here. We do have vents on the ceiling and on the bottom, which I really do appreciate that for some circulation for our back row passengers. So that's great. All right, let's chat a little about the car seat setup. I'm gonna be honest, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite for a couple of reasons. One, across the bench, we have 2 sets of lower anchors. Across the second row bench, we have 3 tether anchors. A total of 3 tether anchors, 2 sets of lower anchors. There's nothing in the third row. No tether anchors, no lower anchors. There's 3 freaking seats back there and no tether or lower anchors. That's a little disappointing to me. And on top of that, there's no really easy way to access the third row. I can show you that in a second. As far as the spacing's concerned though, I mean, 2 car seats fit fine. As I was expecting, this is a huge vehicle, it better fit. So I've got my forward-facing Graco extended fit here, plenty of clearance. I have this seat set for myself, and then on the other side we have the UPPAbaby Mesa with great clearance as well. So happy to see that. Just wish we had some car seat flexibility or setup in the third row. Okay, so here's a shot of the second row bench with a Graco extended fit and UPPAbaby Mesa. So I do think you could comfortably fit a third person, maybe not car seat, it would depend on the car seat there. And then obviously again, we've got 2 lower anchors and then 3 tether anchors across the back. Let's talk about some of the third row access though, because, and I guess I got to get in the third row too, don't I? I already know I hate this third row. All right, let's talk about our third row access. So here's the thing. impossible with a car seat. Without a car seat, I kind of like it though. So this seat folds forward. It's a bench. It's a split bench. You put this part forward. You continue to hold this down. And then it gives me literally so much room to go up. So then I can just pop back here and then close this thing. Careful not to hit my toes. All right, come on in. Here's a shot of me in the third row. Again, I do like that we have some ceiling vents back here for some good ventilation. 3 seats back here. A little bit of a stretch, especially considering this middle seat is literally, I think, less than, it's got to be like 10 inches and on a straight up crack. A straight up crack, would not want to sit here. I think it's much more comfortable for just like having 2 seats back here. Again, this is raised again, so it's very knees to your chest sensation. Let's just say I'm happy I'm not pregnant while doing this like I used to be. And we've got 2 little cup holders back here, no USBs, a light. You know, it's fine, nothing crazy back here, but I mean, it works. Okay, so Elizabeth had to run inside to get something, and I was like, oh, I'll just get out. I can't get out of here. There's no way for me to get out of the third row. I mean, I'm 100% stuck, because I can't, I'm stuck. I'm gonna have to call in reinforcements.
Hello?
Hey, I can't get out of this third row. Can you come help me?
Yes.
I'm not gonna climb over. It's just like, that's not something I'm willing to do. Like 5 months postpartum, like I don't wanna do that. So, Mom!
You're stuck.
Mom, there's no way for me to get out of here. I can't reach that thing. Get careful. Okay, let's talk about the trunk. So, I do appreciate how this opens. So it's just this part that comes open first. I love that for like if you have a bunch of groceries back here, like a watermelon or a gallon of milk, they don't necessarily fly out. So I do appreciate that. I also like that it can make loading and unloading a little bit easier when you can like put something heavy on here and slide in. But as you can see, I mean, with the third row up, we're dealing with a very small trunk. Very small trunk. Okay, so this is an Eva Baby Cruise stroller. So it's actually a little bit smaller than my Vista. And I'm actually surprised that it fits, but this is a little annoying to me. You have to put this part up and then close this, but let's see if it closes. Okay, so that's pretty impressive that it actually closes with the Cruise. For as small as the trunk of it is, I do like that. I think it's helpful how high these seats come up, because in some of the other cars I reviewed, like we have these wheels that are like almost over the seat already, so I do appreciate that. Let me give you a shot of the trunk with the third row down. All you do, what do you do? Oh my gosh, this is a joke. That, my friends, is not my favorite, I'm gonna be honest. It's also like kind of hard to get to. There we go. That was too much work for me. That was too much work for me. I'm not obsessed with that. It's the same way it was in the LX 570. That just kills me. It was power in the LX. It's not power in this one, which I don't even really care because it takes just as freaking long. But yeah, that's kind of exhausting. Okay guys, so that is gonna wrap up my 2021 Toyota Land Cruiser tour. You know, overall, I appreciate the vehicle's reliability and I'm sure some of its durability and performance. For me and the functionality that I would see for a mom for $88,000, it just doesn't cut it for me. I think that there are some other full-size SUVs out there that have a much better car seat setup, have much better amenities for the second and third row. So it's not my favorite from that perspective, but I will give a nod to their reliability. And I actually wanted to read an article that when I was researching the car from Forbes, and it says the full-size Land Cruiser, it's a durable luxury off-roader with unbeatable 15% of used versions on the market, having exceeded 200,000 miles on the odometer. And it also tops the list of vehicles that last 300,000 miles at 1.5%. So I definitely understand that that is why people buy this car. Sad they're not making it anymore. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.
All right, let's build my very own 2021 Toyota Land Cruiser. I cannot believe they're not making this car anymore. That's just crazy to me, because while I don't necessarily think it's my bread and butter for how I would use a vehicle, I do know a lot of people really like this car, so it's sad to me to see it go. I feel like I'm going to do a Heritage Edition because it's the last year. The wheels are nice, and the MSRP difference at this point, we're already in the 80s. Let's just go. Yeah, that looks nice. Powertrain, we only have one option. We have a 8-speed V8 engine. Going to our colors, they keep the colors pretty basic. I think with those wheels, I actually liked the white. I thought it, again, kind of gave it that nostalgic look I was kind of after. I do like this gray as well, but I'm going to keep the white. I liked the white. I'm going to go to white to keep with the black interior. As far as packages are concerned, the only option is to add 3-row seating, which I am going to go ahead and do. And then moving on into accessories. I mean, there's a ton of different things that you could do here to like personalize the car to your needs. Nothing too like drastically different that would totally change the car, so I'm probably just going to keep it as is. And that would bring my 2021 Toyota Land Cruiser in the Blizzard Pearl with the black leather with the Heritage Edition 3rd-row seating to an MSRP of $91,205, which is freaking expensive, and I would never buy this car. But some people would, so that's my 2 cents.